Hi to everyone in the Daddy Longlegs community from son of Daddy Longlegs, Steve. We're at our home on Fuerteventura in the Canary Islands where it is a glorious sunny day, even though I'm wearing a hat. The reason I'm wearing a hat is because I have very little hair and there's not a lot I can do with it, and also I don't want to get my head sunburnt during the course of making this video. This is just a quick message to offer huge congratulations on your 1000th video, Dad. Your videos are interesting and they're also genuine. It's like having you in the room with me, which is really nice given that we live so far apart from each other. When I miss you, I put a video on and there you are, right there. That's a plane. Thanks for the good stuff so far. Looking forward to more of it in 2018 and beyond. Keep up the wonderful work. There you go, Daddy Longlegs. Still rocking, still pioneering into his 60s. Sorry to remind you about that. Still learning and helping other people learn, which is, let's face it, loads of fun. Wouldn't have it any other way. God bless, and sending you lots of love across the world. This is Steve, son of Daddy Longlegs, saying goodbye. Goodbye.
Hello and welcome to my 1000th video on YouTube. Yeah! And here today is my glamorous assistant, sometimes known as my lovely wife, Jenny.
Hello.
Hello. Can't we never met. Pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you.
Jolly good show.
Congratulations on 1000 videos.
Thank you.
That's quite an achievement.
It is quite an achievement.
Yeah, it is.
And so we thought we'd do a little review of 2017, and we're even going to try and play our melodians together.
Yep.
At the end of this, and Jenny's looking very scared about doing that.
That'll be all right.
More of that later. What have we done in 2017? One of the big things for me has been the lessons that I've done, the video lessons for people. That's something that's grown and grown and grown. Back in October, Jenny revamped my website, and since that time, my workload has increased. So I think I'm going to say thank you for that.
I should think so.
Yeah, no, it's been great. I'm
of
really
work.
proud of what Jenny's done on my website. It's great. But we'll go back even further. I did learn a couple of new instruments this year, or start to learn the glockenspiel, which you may have seen a few videos, and perhaps more importantly, the harp. And that was a bit of a saga, wasn't it?
Oh gosh, yeah, that really was, yeah.
Well, because I bought this harp and I'd had it for about half an hour before I discovered it was broken. And then the company that I bought it from, I won't name names, I don't wish to embarrass them, but they said, okay, well, we'll replace it. So they replaced it, and that took about 5 weeks, and when that came, that broke inside a couple of days.
Yes, it was. That was embarrassing then.
Yeah, it was. Mm-hmm. It was horrible. So, yeah. But luckily though, I found another one on eBay, and I've spoken about this before, and we drove down to Sidcup in Kent, and can you hold it up? So this was a harpsichord made by Reese Harps in America, and it's got a few chips and dents, but it's been great. So anyway, you know, I'm looking forward to getting back to this. I did learn quite a lot in May, June, July, but I kind of lost my way a bit. But in 2018, I'm going to get right back to it. Mm. So yeah.
Yeah, you've been busy.
Yeah, been great.
It's just been crazy. It's been lovely. Yeah.
So you may or may not know that Jenny and I play for Chelmsford Morris, where I play, Jenny dances. Tell them about Upton upon Severn. That was the first.
Oh gosh, yeah, that was actually our first. I mean, we went to Hellsworth before, but Upton was pretty serious gathering of Morris dancers, folk musicians. Yeah. A really big festival in a very beautiful part of the world.
Whereabouts is that? I've actually forgotten where it is.
Well, it's Gloucestershire, going towards the beautiful Malvern Hills. It's just kind of at the foot of the Malvern Hills.
Western United Kingdom?
Yes, it's in the west. Yeah, rather lovely. Going towards Welsh borders area. Yeah, nice part of the world.
We do have a video of that. There's one of my videos deals with our trip there. But that was pretty impressive.
It was pretty impressive. I mean, there was an awful lot of Morris sides there, kind of vying for space, because it runs along sort of like the outside of the town by the riverside, and there's kind of pubs and restaurants all the way along, because it's very, very beautiful. But the space is narrow, and of course, I mean, like our side, I mean, if we're all dancing like we do one where we're four in a row,
Yeah.
We were a bit squashed.
It's tight, isn't it?
But then it made for a lot of camaraderie and laughter and getting along with everybody. And we kind of all mixed in with the other sides, didn't we? It was good fun.
It was the first time I kind of experienced a bit of fame. People started coming up to me and saying, "Are you Daddy Longlegs?" And I was just amazed that people knew me from my Melodium videos. Obviously, lots of Melodium players, so that was lovely.
Yeah.
And then came a scary thing about a month later, where I had to lead the band for the first time. Celia, our lead musician, was away, and she said to the side, "Oh, it's okay, Les can lead the side." And it was pretty scary. I must say, I did practice very hard. It wasn't a huge gig we were doing. It was.
I was up in Epping Forest.
Hymes
Park. Yeah.
And so there I was, quite scared. I did get through it, didn't I?
You did really well.
But it was pretty scary.
Yeah.
And then a little bit later on, I think it was in June, we did a tour of London. We spent a whole day in London.
The hottest day of the year.
Really was incredibly hot. But what a wonderful day that was.
Unbelievably hot.
We started off at Westminster Abbey, then we jumped on a boat, went down to...
down to Greenwich.
Greenwich, that's right.
Yeah.
And then we came back and we danced at the Tower of London.
Yeah.
Incredibly hot day, brilliant fun, massive crowds everywhere we went.
Yeah.
That was a really wonderful day. And
We danced by the Cutty Sark.
That's right, Cutty Sark.
At Greenwich.
Right, yeah.
And then we danced in the actual Maritime Museum as well. So, I mean, really historic landmarks that everybody would know and recognise. And yes, that had such a good feel. But it was unbelievably hot. I've never known anything like it. Where the Cutty Sark was, it's surrounded by glass now because it was very sadly, very badly damaged some
When was
years
that?
back.
I can't remember now.
A long time ago. So now it's very much protected, but of course all that glass was reflecting even more sun, wasn't it? So.
Well, in case you're not from the
Lovely.
UK, the Cutty Sark is a very famous tea clipper. That's right, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's a huge sailing boat.
Beautiful thing.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's a bit sad that it's surrounded by glass, but I kind of understand because it's such a precious thing.
Yeah.
So that was a
London
really
tour.
good day.
Yeah.
And then summer holidays came, and usually we don't do that much. This year we were incredibly busy. First thing we did was we went to the Canary Islands, which is about 2,000 miles south of the United Kingdom. It's a group of islands, in case you don't know, that they kind of belong to Spain. We went to one called Fuerteventura, which is where my son Steve lives. And he, like me, is a professional musician. He plays in one of the big clubs there. And he and his girlfriend Sarah put us up for the week. And we spent the week with them. And my ex-wife Jill and her husband Bob had a pretty good time.
I had a really good time.
And it was lovely for you because you love a beach holiday.
Yes.
Yeah?
Get me in the sea every day, I'm happy.
Yeah, you loved it. And of course it's lovely and warm. Shorts and t-shirt the whole time. Weather was amazing.
Yeah.
And I'm not very keen on flying, but I have kind of got over my fear of it. It's stupid, really. You're probably more at risk driving down the road than you are on an aeroplane. But yeah, that was a lovely week, wasn't it?
That was a lovely week.
And then straight
Yeah.
back from there, we had a few days, and then we went to the Sidmouth Folk Festival. Now, if we thought Upton was impressive, Sidmouth Folk Festival, probably the biggest folk festival in the United Kingdom.
Yeah.
Sidmouth is a seaside town in Devon, and when we got there, we weren't. Well, I don't think we were quite prepared for the scale of it.
Well, it's huge, and it's not even so much that it's everything's dotted around the town, and even in fact outside the town by about 1.5 miles, wasn't it,
Yeah.
up on the hill? So there's loads and loads of venues, and one huge big marquee which housed the big concerts every night, which was called the Ham.
Yeah.
But then in various hotels and pubs, there was stuff going on everywhere. You walked around the town, there was stuff going on. Morris dancers going up and down the seafront the whole week long. There were various, obviously very, very good sides there, really showing off the best of Morris dancing. And so if you had a ticket which got you into every concert if you wanted to, which was the all-inclusive.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness, but
that's what we had.
But we were literally just dashing from one end of town to the other end of the town to try and catch as many acts as we could. Some of actually we really, really liked, so we went to see more than once because they were so good. Yeah, good discoveries there.
We were persuaded to go by Kathy, one of my ladies that I teach, her and her husband and her son Chris, they go practically every year. Told us how brilliant it was, and we thought, well, yeah, this is great. We're into Morris dancing, we're into English folk music. We really ought to do one of these, so that's what we did. We stayed in a fantastic bed and breakfast a couple of miles out of Sidmouth and drove in each day, and we spent the morning every weekday morning with a guy called John Kirkpatrick, who's a stalwart of the English folk scene, an amazing guy, hilarious,
very funny man,
amazing melodeon player, and we played in the band. I didn't play melodeon for that. I played guitar. Jenny played concertina.
I played concertina,
and our friend Kathy played melodeon, and we spent the week doing that in the mornings, and on a Friday morning we did a concert with him at the Ham, which was quite an honour, wasn't it?
It was great fun.
Brilliant fun. So
on the main stage.
That's what we did in the mornings, and in the afternoons, like Jenny has said, we spent the whole time sort of, trawling through all the concerts and the concert venues, and we were actually exhausted trying to...
We've spent a few.
Almost trying to get our money's worth, because it is, I mean, the downside of Sidmouth is that it's incredibly expensive. I mean, the all-in-one ticket, and I'm talking 2017 here, so if you're watching this a few years in the future, it's probably going to be even more expensive.
Yeah.
I think it was about £280 each, wasn't it?
It was a lot of money.
Plus
but
the petrol, plus the accommodation, which was...
Yeah, I mean, it was okay. It wasn't too
We were
terrible.
lucky because we had a brilliant bed and breakfast. I know if you stay in one of the hotels on the seafront, it can cost quite a few thousand.
Then a lot of money. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a lovely place, Sidmouth. Let's mention some names of people that we really liked. Benamy Swift.
Oh gosh, yes.
Absolutely wonderful,
so young, but so brilliant.
Player, really strong guy. Plays his big Castanari Handry melodeons, one in CF, one in DG. He's a really, really fantastic melodeon player, and very tasteful, very fast, but still very tasteful nonetheless. And we liked
Alden, Patterson and Dashwood.
Yeah, they were obviously a trio, as the name would suggest. A girl and two boys.
Love them.
She played guitar, and one of the boys plays fiddle, and the other one plays, quite unusually, dobro, which is not an instrument you see very often. And although this was a folk festival, I would almost call them American country.
American.
Sort of American bluegrass, almost country. Fantastic. We love them. We love Rosie and Rowan.
Rosie Hodgson.
And Rowan Piggott. He plays the fiddle, she plays guitar and sings, does a little bit of clog dancing as well. Very pretty girl. Amazing. In fact, the story is that we were wandering around Sidmouth and we heard this voice. And we looked at each other and thought,
where is it?
Where's
find
that voice?
it.
So we literally were running around trying to find this voice before they stopped. Turned out they were on the stage around the back of a pub, wasn't it?
It was.
And lovely, really nice duo. Beautiful voice, and just very simple, but we bought their album and played it on the way back. So we liked them.
Jimmy Aldridge and Sid Goldsmith.
Yeah, they were good, weren't they?
They were good.
We bought their album as well.
Yeah, bought their album. Very impressed by their...
But I mean, not only do you get all the musicians on the main stages, but you get loads of fantastic buskers. We saw a couple called Dish Lickers.
Dish Lickers.
They were from Germany, and they were hilarious, weren't they? Really good. The girl played just the bass side of a piano accordion, and the boy was playing frailing banjo, a bit like you may have seen me playing in some of my videos. And they were really good. Yeah. I mean, they were barefoot, and there was rain on the foot. It had been raining, and they were standing in all the puddles. But
they were playing for food.
Yeah. People were just donating
bring them
food.
Coffee and whatever.
Yeah, that was good. So the busking scene is also probably as good as the actual main stage.
Yeah, there was a lovely girl on the seafront as well who'd been travelling. She was doing travels around the world.
That's right.
And she just stopped and played. She had an exquisite voice.
Yeah. And there was a girl playing nickel harper.
Yeah.
Just on the seafront. If you don't know what a nickel harper is, it's kind of a weird kind of violin type guitar stroke thing. It's probably easier to look it up than me to tell you, but
and we saw the big acts there as well, didn't we?
Ralph McTell, who aged pretty well.
Still lovely voice, beautiful. And we saw your chappie Chris
Wood, who I love, and we both loved him, didn't we?
Yeah, introduced me to tears a few times.
Yeah, clever guy.
Clever lyrics.
Martin Carthy was there. Yeah. We saw
different shows.
Andy Cutting, of course, with Leverett. They were very good. And who else did we see? So many.
I mean, it's a huge amount of talent in a very small town, basically. So, I mean, I would recommend people to go to experience it just the once.
But you need money.
But you need money.
It's not a poor man's holiday, unfortunately. There's no real way you can do it cheaply. I mean,
You
there's
can camp.
But even the camping, I don't think is that cheap, is it?
No.
And you've still got to buy your ticket. And anyway, we've gone on enough about it. But it was an amazing week. And we were back a few days from that, and we did Folk East, where we actually performed with Charleston Morris.
Working that one.
And again, we bumped into Alden, Dashwood, and Patterson there.
Alden, Patterson, and Dashwood.
Well, they Alden. Which way around is it?
Alden, Patterson, and Dashwood.
Right. Those three, they were there again, so we bumped into them. And Anna Hatter, who I'm a big admirer of, he was there with Mary Humphreys, and they were playing and singing. So we kind of combined performing and seeing other acts there. John Kirkpatrick.
We worked hard there, didn't we?
We did work hard. It was only 4 or 5 days. We were the first ones there, weren't we?
Yeah,
out of our,
we were. We pitched and saved spaces for everybody.
It was camping with. A hilarious story was that the showers weren't working properly. But the first morning, I decided, I'm just going to have a shower anyway. And I got in the shower. I was screaming like a girl about 7 o'clock in the morning. It was freezing cold. Yeah, so that was funny.
They got them working on the last day.
Yeah. So again, not on the scale of Sidmouth, but still a pretty amazing festival. In the last few weeks, I've spent ages recording lots of new lessons for the melodeon, especially Christmas. I've got about 3 or 4 lessons prior to that. I've now got about 17 or 18. And they've proved to be fairly popular. If you're watching this and you're one of the people that have bought one of those lessons, thank you very much. Looking forward now to 2018. Jenny, as you're about to see, has been practising hard on her melodeon. She's getting better and better. She's still playing her English concertina as well, but I think you kind of
I mean, in some ways melodeon, yes, I think it the concertina is lovely, but it's very one-dimensional. You only play the melody, and I mean I tried to play Anglo concertina, but I can't take to that. But I mean, I tried to learn melodeon before some years ago, didn't I? I had a good old bash because I didn't get to grips with it at all. This time round, there's something about this melodeon I really love as well. It feels part of me, and having been given a melodeon, then you feel a little bit duty bound to learn it. So in my limited time, I've had a really good go, haven't I? And
done really
feeling
well.
quite confident on it now.
Yeah. Oh, talking of melodies, I have a new toy.
Oh yeah.
Which Jenny has kind of helped me buy as part of my Christmas present. And it's this, and I'm going to do a review on it soon. It's a Hona Lilliput, and as the name would suggest, it's pretty small and light. It's a 2.4 row, so it's 2 rows there and 4 buttons there, and very, very lightweight. This one's in B flat and E flat. This row is B flat, this row is E flat, and some accidentals there. So it's the same type of melodeon as Jenny's, but just in a different key. Lower pitch. So the reason I bought it is I fancy something in a different key, and it also means that those songs that I've been struggling to sing in the key of G, I won't struggle quite so much in the key of E flat. Anyway, I'll do a proper review of that later on. I bought this from a guy called John Spires, and if you are an English folk fan, you'll know him very well as Squeezy. He was a founder member of Bellowhead, so there's a bit of provenance with this instrument. And he's a lovely guy, amazing melodeon player, squeezebox player. And so I hope I'm going to do this justice. I'm probably not going to ever play as well as he does, but I'm going to be practising hard in the next year. I've got a whole folder to my right up here of tunes that I'm planning to do lessons on for the DG melodeon and other squeeze boxes as well. Hoping to do some more harp videos and some more one-string guitar videos. Maybe not do so many as I did in. I kind of went a bit crazy.
It got a bit frantic, but then you would. I mean, it did, but it was leading up to Christmas, and you kept thinking of different, carols.
Every morning I woke up, there's a new one. Oh, I'll do that one. And so it was a little bit rushed.
It's
so
bad, but
hopefully in 2018 I won't be quite so frantic.
Try and slow down a bit.
And maybe that 1,000 figure was looming large in my mind, thinking, oh, I must get to 1,000, must get to 1,000. In the last few days, I've taken quite a few fairly inconsequential videos down from YouTube so that I wouldn't go over the magic 1,000 figure before Jenny and I had a chance to do this video, because I wanted to do this with Jenny. And it's actually Boxing Day here. If you don't know what Boxing Day is, here in the UK it's the 26th of December, the day after Christmas Day, the Feast of Stephen.
The Feast of Stephen.
I'm not sure if you have Boxing Day all around the world. If you do let me know. If you don't, it's the day after Christmas Day. It's a bank holiday here. And all the family, we had all the family yesterday, they've all gone. And Jenny's been furiously practising. Hopefully she's going to show you in a minute what she's been up to. And I've been listening to her, and I said, well, you sound pretty close. Should we do our video today while it's quiet, and then maybe at the end of this we can play together? So that's just about it from us in 2017. We've really enjoyed our musical time together, apart from our normal time together. I'm very proud of Jenny and what she has done for me in terms of my website and how well she is doing on the melodeon. She's also doing really well with the Morris dancing. Yeah. So it's exciting times. We're both really looking forward to 2018.
Yes.
Anyway, with that, we're going to play something appropriate for you and say farewell. Bye now.
Bye.
That'll do us. That's the one, I think.
Yeah.
You happy with that?
I'm happy with that.